What could it possibly be reminiscent of? I mean, you use it as if it were a big fork. Why don't you let me take the lead this time? This claw machine will be empty in no time. Barely. It's not as cute as you. These are easier to catch than the still ones. Maybe it's because I'm used to aiming at live targets. Why don't you let me take the lead this time? This claw machine will be empty in no time. I admire your courage. It's like in roulette. It involves aiming and gambling. Who should go first? Be my guest. It's a good thing there's only one witness. Getting rid of the evidence will be a piece of cake. Since persuasion and threats work on you, I'll naturally choose the simpler method. And when it was following you, you said bigger is better. There's more than one way to defeat you. That will be all for today. You really forced yourself to say. Do I have a reason not to? Especially when they have a history of not being trustworthy. There's more than one way to defeat you. I'm worried about you, sweetie. Only your carts got frozen. Why did you stop talking? Really? In that case, will you let me warm you up? The cup's a different color now. Why don't we dye your kitten, too? You weren't waiting for me. You were waiting for the game to start. Already talking smack, sweetie. If you lose later, it will be quite the fall from grace. Sure, why not? Especially when they have a history of not being trustworthy. And when it was following you, you said bigger is better. I'm worried about you, sweetie. You'll find out soon enough.
before fading to dust. Some long for eternal sleep, as duality tainted by stars.
I knew you'd be dozing off around this time, sweetie. That's why I'm calling. You don't remember? Allow me to give you a hint. Guess where I am right now. Really? Are shady deals the only reason for me to be at an arcade? Sorry, but I'm here to play with the claw machine. This place is empty? It's not, actually. So why am I here? Who is the person muttering under her breath about how my place needed better decor? She even mentioned how the plushies here are the best and that they'd significantly improve my bedroom's atmosphere. I didn't intend to stop by. It happened to be on the way to the N109 zone. I just thought I'd check out what's so fun about this scam. Pardon me. Children's game. I said so only because I couldn't get any. How do you know if I'm leaving empty-handed? There's more than one way to get plushies, sweetie. Whether it's through the claw machine or other means, I don't care. But do I have to put this plushie in my bedroom? I don't know which corner suits it best. So, I guess Mephisto's getting a new toy. You're not happy about that? Then come and help it out. Have you been saying it's Silas recently? What does that even mean? Luke and Kieran were infected with your slang. Does the phrase mean it's all over for me in that context? The Wanderer is really strong, it's Silas, like that. Ah, so you want to deal with me like how you deal with a wanderer. For example, can you use it in a sentence? You're good at talking yourself out of trouble. Is that so? How nice are we talking here? Go on. Is that it? You're very Silas, too. I know, you're saying I'm amazing. What about your name, then? Explain your name to me. Well, it's an adjective to describe someone who doesn't fear death. The type to do the craziest thing without a second thought. And here's an example of it being a verb. It means trying to deny something. Would you look at that? There's also a noun definition. It can refer to a cat with sharp claws and a feisty attitude. It can also mean someone who's very irritating. Yet it's difficult to do anything about them.
longevity before fading to dust. Some long for eternal sleep, as eulogy chanted by stars.
What's so urgent that you needed me awake for it?
That serenity, their lost time forever buried. She rambled 1,000 times, a million miles searching for light. Free from the rule of death, now see.
Is this bait?
Time goes by,
Happy?
but memories rewind.
Here's a gift.
As she prays
Nice.
again. Back
You're asking me for a favor? How unusual.
where'd you go? Where
Oh,
they meet to
You want me to do something with you?
where the rivers would flow.
Let's get this over with while we still have time. Clear your schedule for the night. We can do something else. Do you want to tell me something? Are you upset? Tell me. It's better to let it all out. Don't be the one cleaning up other people's messes. Who won? It's okay to fight. Just try not to sulk if you lose. Was that friend really important? He wouldn't be this upset if they were. My advice should be taken with a grain of salt. Very few people can argue with me. It's okay to fight. Just try not to sulk if you lose. Was that friend really important? He wouldn't be this upset if they were. My advice should be taken with a grain of salt. While I've never comforted anyone before, I can make every wish come true for the frustrated kitten that's right in front of me. Yeah, it's your privilege.
Some love for longevity before fading to dust. Some long for eternal sleep, as eulogy chanted by stars. Into that serenity, their lost time forever buried. She rambled 1,000 times, a million miles searching for light. Free from the rule of death, now seems so dull. Time goes by, but memories rewind. There she prays again, back when things began. Where'd you go?
Today, when doing rounds, I received a special request from a little patient. He told me to leave work early, to bring a gift to the girl you always smile at when she's mentioned, and spend Moonlit Orchid Day with her. I followed the boy's advice and bought a flower lantern for you.
Time goes by, but memories
It should be easy to tell on my face. If I had 10 different smiles, they would only appear when I feel true happiness, and you'd have seen all of them before.
Where'd you go? Where they meet and grow
I'm here.
where no rivers would flow, no woods would grow, no life would never be ceased. Oh, somewhere they could start again, where they would never be the same, where dreams every day, then they would stay.
I'm here. Today, when doing rounds, I received a special request from a little patient. He told me to leave work early, to bring a gift to the girl you always smile at when she's mentioned, and spend Moonlit Orchid Day with her. I followed the boy's advice and bought a flower lantern for you. Of course not. I was also anxious to see you as soon as possible. Work is important, but days about you can never be forgotten by me. I know you remember this day too. Every minute before we meet only extends my anticipation for being with you even longer.
Or go with the wind. Some love for longevity before fading to dust. Some love for eternal sleep as eulogy
Where does it hurt?
planted by stars.
Your hand? If you're going to do this, then you should do it correctly. Feel better now?
Forever buried. She rambled 1,000 times, a million miles searching for life. Now seems so dull. Time goes by, but memories rewind. There she prays again, back when things began.
Did something happen?
Where'd you go?
What's the matter?
No woods would grow, no
Research shows that talking about your problems can make you feel better.
Because you're overwhelmed, you want to face the inevitable later? Are my calls more effective than your alarm? If so, I can be your personal wake-up call.
Don't you always say, a frown is a sign of bad luck? You always seem to forget that when you're involved.
You're still in bed? The custard bun and fruit slushy are waiting for you. So am I.
Some forsake longevity.
Dr. Noah once said that sleep is a blessing. He was talking about pie, but I think it can also apply to you.
Some fall for eternal sleep.
If we wake up early together, do you think you'll get used to it in the same way you're used to me?
Gleaming stars.
Are my calls more effective than your alarm? If so, I can be your personal wake-up call. Because you're overwhelmed, you want to face the inevitable later?
Things will get better after some time has passed.
levity
Good evening.
before
Yes, I'm pretty lucky today. I got off work on time and will get to catch up on some sleep.
some long for eternal sleep.
Calls are fine. Besides, if it's the hospital, I need to answer it.
Into that serenity.
As for this, I knew it was you, so I picked up. Of course, it's not telepathy. I saved your number in my phone. That and your ringtone is different from everyone else.
Million miles searching for light.
What is it?
From the room
It's a secret.
now seems so dark.
You can't ask another person for hints. Sweet talking doesn't work on me.
There she prays again.
Did you excel at creative writing in elementary school or something? Where did you learn how to flatter like that? On second thought, maybe you should keep going.
Where they meet and grow.
It seems you weren't busy at all today. You're still energetic this late. It's quite obvious you're pretending given how your eyes are squeezed shut.
Would grow. No life would never
You don't look like that when you're actually sleeping. What do you look like? You crumple the sheets, drool, and suffer from somniloquy. Yes, that was a lie.
breathe every day.
I'm going to sleep now. I have 3 surgeries tomorrow, so I have to get up early. We can continue to talk during my lunch break. Or would you prefer me to give you a wake-up call tomorrow morning?